Hi all, this is Param. Welcome you all to my new series. Okay, in this we are going to see the aggregation. Okay, in the query stuff. Okay, sorry, in the searching stuff, not query stuff. Okay, in the searching of Elasticsearch, there are three things. Okay, one is query itself, of course. Okay, another one is aggregations. Okay, aggregation means kind of grouping. Okay, then some of the additional parameters, additional blocks in the with respect to the search context. Okay, so there are three is there. Okay, we have separate playlist in that we have discussed all of the additional search parameters. Okay, so in this series of videos or channels or sorry playlist, we will see about the aggregations. Okay, now let me move to the aggregations. Okay, so aggregation means there are three things are three, you can say again three type of aggregations are there within the Elasticsearch. Okay, usually if it is any RDBMS. Okay, so why I am compared with RDBMS now, I believe most of the people at least might have familiar with the RDBMS, that's why I am comparing with that. Okay, so I am sorry, relating with that, not comparing, relating with that. Okay, so aggregation means what? So we are going to group the records. That's it. We are going to group the records, and once we grouped based on the value. Okay, so let's say based on the value, then we can create minimum metrics like minimum, maximum value, sum of those value or count. Okay, so these are the values we can derivate. Okay, say for example we have a product collections. Okay, product collections. Okay, so some products plastic, some product cloth, some product like silver. Okay, of course if you want to know how many products in each category after the sale, after end of the day. Okay, then obviously what is now we can group by product type. Okay, we can group by product types, then we can do count. So how many items in the silver, how many items in the cloth, something like that. Okay, so that is where we needed aggregation or grouping, right? Okay, so a normal term is grouping, the technical term is here is aggregations. Okay, fine. So in this aggregations there are three again: packet aggregation, metric aggregation, pipeline aggregations. Okay, I'll tell you one by one what is that. Okay, so the first one, whatever till now I have discussed, that is metric aggregations. Okay, metric, till now whatever I have explained the sample, right, that is metric aggregations. Then what about packet aggregation? Yeah, it's really interesting. Okay, it's really interesting. So packet aggregation is really useful for machine learning and data science as well. Okay, so usually how we do the grouping? Say in this while explaining metric, I said like product type, right? It's a one column value. Okay, it's a column value. So based on the column value, we have grouped. Okay, but not it's one way to group the records. Okay, the documents. If it is a bucket aggregation means we can there are more than 20 plus type of grouping techniques there. Okay, you can group by date, you can group by product, or you can group by particular field. Okay, terms. Okay, then you can group by cardinality. There are many things are there. Okay, or specific element. Let's say we have 1 lakh of records. Okay, but we want to only the which is a minimum. Let's say out of 1 lakh only the four document has unique value, then kind of unique records. Okay, there are several techniques for the grouping. Okay, so there are several type of grouping techniques that is called, we call as a bucket aggregations. Okay, so we will see that is very big, of course. Okay, we will see what is a bucket aggregations. Okay, so with that bucket, usually people say bucket aggregations, in the bucket aggregation we will not derive any value like minimum, maximum, something like that. We will not derive any values. Okay, so obviously bucket aggregations usually end with metric aggregation, believe me. Okay, most of the times, okay, packet aggregation end with metric aggregations. I mean sub aggregation. We call it a sub aggregation. So usually aggregation means parent child relationship. We will write in the query structure. Okay, I'll show that what is the parent structure relationship. Okay. Okay, so most of the times packet aggregations usually end with, I mean, it will have a child as metric aggregations, but metric aggregation does not have any child. Okay, it cannot have child. Okay, okay, so that's all about these two type of aggregations. Then what about pipeline aggregation? Yeah, okay, okay. So see, we have aggregation itself, right? But still, still we want to aggregations works on document, right? Aggregations works on document. But now we want to work with aggregation itself. That is where pipeline aggregation. Why we have to work with aggregation itself, right? Yeah, I tell you. As I said the sample, say as I said the sample, okay, the product type is like cloth type, plastic and silver. Okay, there are three type of products are there. Now I want to see how many items, I mean in which category, okay, in which category most of the in which category which category number of, I mean let's say what is amount sold out, okay, what is amount sold out, okay, something total sum, okay, total of amount sold out in each category. With the metric calculation, what we can do is we can group, but we can sum, yeah, but still we will get three records, okay, we will get three records, okay, each category and the sum of that values, okay. But okay, but I want only the my interest is what is, I want to understand, I want to know which category I got most sales happened today, okay, in which category, that's it, only one record should happen, right? I don't want to do something, otherwise what we have to do, if it is a metric, we have to do sorting, then we have to take the first record, right? Okay, you don't know it that way. So if you give the three records to the pipeline aggregation, we call it a bucket max, okay, but yeah, bucket max then. Okay, so if you give that your aggregation, these three aggregation into the bucket aggregation, it will identify which one max, or which one minimum, or what is sum, or what is average. Okay, so we can say, right, average, aggregation on top of aggregation. That's it. Aggregation works on top of aggregation. That is what pipeline aggregation. Okay, right. Okay, I can say like that. Okay, aggregations on top of the aggregation, another aggregation. That's it. All. So there is no grouping, okay, no, it is not, I cannot say like it is not grouping. In pipeline aggregation, it will not do any groups, only it will treat as an input and work on that given the value, that's it. So I can say that like that, okay, take the input, all the aggregations, and do whatever the calculation or whatever the things we are supposed to do. Again, pipeline aggregation, it will not do aggregate, yeah, it will not do again aggregate, okay. Okay, that's all about the aggregation introduction. Okay, in the next video I'll start with the pipeline aggregation. That is very easiest one. Okay, so of course most of us we should know. Okay, so in that I'll explain what is pipeline aggregation. Thank you. Thanks for watching.